It's not quite done, but it's a good timing on it.
Yeah.
I mean, this was good. He kind of figured out what would work well against Creator, and he did it. I think that maybe like the super quick Roach Max might be slightly better than what he did, but this one worked out well, and now there's not a lot of long-term units out for Creator.
Oh, and here we go, another push going into the natural expansion. A decent force field going up, but nothing to back it up, and focusing down those Immortals. Corruption going down on the Immortals. Nice micro there from Sen, just using those Corruptors as well as he can. Good Blink micro coming out from Creator, should be able to clean this up. And one thing I did actually notice just now, Artos, at the end of that first engagement, Sen started Pathogen Glands. And that's important because he started Pathogen Glands and he had like 700 gas at the time. So that to me tells me he wanted to start it a bit earlier and then got like caught up in micro and stuff. And at the end of that engagement went, oh wait, hang on a second, I wanted Infestors with this follow-up. Oh well, I'll start it now. So maybe that was bumped a little bit.
Could be. Well, he's going to have 9 Infestors out coming up here. He does have his 4th base up.
Yeah.
And now we have to see what Sen wants to do from here. He should stop aggression altogether. I think the time for aggression has by far gone by. I'd love to see him play like his teammate and somewhat of a protege Slam did earlier today in his EVP, which is mine gas from your 4th, but understand that there's a good chance that you can lose that 4th. Now, he's already done damage to Creator, so it's not necessarily that he's going to lose it, like we saw in the game earlier. I guess you weren't there, but
I'm trying to imagine.
Yeah,
I'm listening to your thoughts.
It was a very interesting scenario where the Zerg player knew he'd lose the 4th. That's not this case, but Sen should be ready to give it up if he has to. But right now, he's getting a huge amount of Infestors. He's not wasting any more gas on Roaches for the time being. I'm loving this play by Sen right now.
Yeah, Creator added an additional 4 gateways at the same time that Sen immediately just went, right, I'm not sending more units out across the map. I'm going to get 10 Infestors and cook this energy. He's going to he's going to have so many fungals if Creator decides to go for an immediate counterattack. And like you said, he needs to be prepared to let the 4th base die if he has to. But he can chain fungal first. He can weaken that army so much. And if he smells blood in the water, he can go for it. But Creator hasn't gone to do that. He's playing defensively at the moment, so not giving Sen that kind of opportunity there. And that's a big blink forward to kill a Ling, but I guess, you know, when you're not doing anything else, you might as well.
Yeah. Well, we have a lot of Spines on the way, the Hive on the way as well, and this army is so awesome by Sen. He's got a lot of that energy, as you were saying before, and it's an Immortal-based army that's coming after him. There's no Colossi in it, so his Lings are going to be super powerful. He's afraid to make Colossi because of how many Corruptors are out, but Ling plus Infestor is going to be really good against this very Sentry Light, 0 Colossus, 0 splash damage army. And
pulling it out of position so well there, and Creator moving back down to the low ground. Sen not able to engage this army until effectively the entirety of the base is dead. Excellent little bait there from Creator, so good.
Guys, notice how Sen gave it up. He did get a little bit out of position, but he said, forget it. Look at those chain fungals. Beautifully done. He saved up so much energy, and now those Zealots and Sentries, they aren't going to be worth very much either.
Oh, Sen being so patient, just putting down the chain fungals and allowing Creator to, oh my goodness, so many of those Stalkers on red health, and another excellent fungal going down from Sen, just whittling Creator down here, and I think there are too many fungals for Creator to effectively engage up this ramp. He can't push up this ramp like this and expect to have a favorable cost-effective engagement, and there are still some fungals left over.
This is almost a perfect game here from Sen. He's just playing beautifully. He's used his Infestor energy so well. He didn't engage when he shouldn't have. And now Creator is pushed back, and his army's in shambles. It's almost purely Blink Stalker at this point. And all Sen has to do is drop back.
The Immortal! Oh god, that Immortal must be on about half a hit point. Really lucky stuff there. And Sen's now taken a 40 supply lead, Artos, and like, in this position, he could attempt to maybe expand somewhere else that the Protoss isn't, like in the top left or something like that, but he's just going to go for the Greater Spire, and he just made, like, an absolutely metric crap ton of lanes.
Yeah, he did. I mean, he has a lot of units, a lot of more Corruptors coming out as well. Creator going to keep on this pressure, and it's a good idea. Look at that, forcing the cancel. That's a very important moment. He's taking his 4th behind this, trying to keep Sen over here. Of course, Sen can very easily send a mobile group of Lings over there to force a cancel, but he knows this is the one moment where Sen doesn't have a lot of energy on his Infestors. So, I mean, it's smart play by Creator, but Sen definitely has a strong advantage right now.
And I think that Creator also knows that, well, that engagement really wasn't cost effective. I mean, anyone just looking at that engagement, Protoss or Zerg, would go, wow, those chain fungals were absolutely amazing. Which I think might have been the trigger behind Creator now trying to just go for his fourth and playing a bit more defensively as well. I think he realized he lost quite a bit in that engagement, trying to pick up a couple of infestors here at the front, and it looks like he's going to be going for it. But once again, the fungals are superb from Sen, and the ground army is half decent behind it as well. More infested Terrans popping out, still has a couple of fungals in the bank. And is he going to survive here? Because a lot of those infestors got caught out in the front at the beginning of that engagement.
Yeah, Sen way out of position here, losing a lot of infestors. Good moves by Creator. The fungal's not quite as good that time. And this was the one big mistake for Sen this game. And in fact, this is something that Creator may be able to parlay into a victory.
Yeah, because that justifies Creator not having a very good engagement previously and then just grabbing the fourth base, because he knows, well, if I get a decent engagement at any point while the fourth base is building against Sen, he's not going to be sending aggression against my fourth. He's going to be busy defending. And now Creator, the ball is now back in his court. We have a Ling run by going around from Sen for a bit of a counterattack. It looks like the fourth base, oh, it's complete already, so it's not going to get a lot of probes there as well, so that could be huge. Creator having to move all of those probes back, but the real story is at this third, because if Sen loses everything here, he could be in massive trouble. But excellent placement on the Spine Crawlers and Broodlords, and it looks like the run by now is going to be one doing the damage.
Well, he did eliminate that base. Sen has snuck and expand the bottom. Oh my god. That little Ling run in.
I think he might have even been able to go in there. There were like 4 Zealots.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Sen's doing a good job with the run bys and everything, but the thing I'm really concerned about is how many infestors he's lost recently. That one period where he was up on the high ground above his fourth, and he lost the infestors, that if Sen hadn't done that, I would feel like his lead is big enough to just carry him into victory. But as of right now, it is a little bit closer because of that. Now, can he pull up that huge infestor count again while getting his Broodlord count up as well? That's what it's going to have to come down to, but Creator's being super mobile with his army right now.
Oh, and Sen actually just waiting for Creator to pop out because he has another force of links. It looks like he might be thinking of using that for a flank rather than going to go for a run-by at the third base. He feels he's probably going to need these links to defend here. And, yeah, they're sort of waiting until they can actually come into the back of his army. A lot of infested Terrans popping out here to stall for time. So the Broodlords can do damage, but the blink forward, nice moving back onto the high ground with the Broodlords, but is it going to be enough? One Broodlord goes down, a second one is at about half health, and another offensive blink forward from Creator. He's down to 109 supply. The Lings have now engaged from behind here, a couple of them, but there is still a large group over here that could be assisting in this fight that Sen isn't actually using, and Creator holding on with a lot of Immortals in the remaining army.
Yeah, he certainly does, but it's mostly Lings popping out right now. Sen did get an Ultros Cavern during that, but I don't think we'll see that used at all this game. Sen's economy is kind of in shambles. Luckily, he has that base in the bottom right, though. Yeah, we'll see if, I mean, maybe he can come back from here, but Creator, at the same time, he's only mining for one base. Yeah. So this is getting a little bit down and dirty.
Oh, and Sen actually pulling the drones here. He's going to try, if he survives this push, Creator has to seriously start thinking about where he's going to build his next base. Great, we now have the Lings from before coming in from behind, and
he's
wow.
Just killing a ton of units here, and in fact, Sen does push Creator back. Creator put his entire economy, everything he had in that, and GG! Really well done by Sen. A nail biter till the very end.
Yep. And
wow.
Ties up the series 1-1, and the thing about that engagement as well is that Creator looked in a good position with those Immortals, but he had to seriously think about where he was going to be able to take and hold his fourth base. It wasn't so simple because there were links everywhere.
Well, that whole game was completely aggression-based for Creator. Like, he did not actually prepare for the late game at any point. Sen, on the other hand,